Yo guys, what is up? Back with another video. Oh my god, I sound like a YouTuber. But in this video, I basically wanted to cover three ways that you could get your time back and scale your agency. So in the current space, everybody's aware that there's a lot of people hopping in, a lot of people trying to build agencies, a lot of people that want the quick success. Now, how do you separate yourself from that? And how do you gain your time back in doing that? Because even when I started, when me and my brother started our agency, we put all of our time, like we literally quit our jobs just to put all of our time into building an agency, getting clients and getting them results. That is our only focus. Was and is. And basically what I'll do here is I'll dive in how you can, one, get your time back, and two, scale your agency by separating yourself. So the one thing that I did put here is your time is essential and you only have 24 hours daily, actually 5. I heard, if you haven't seen the clip, Mayweather actually says that you have 24 hours in a day, but you're sleeping for 8. Some of you have a 9 to 5, and some of you have other responsibilities, and you also have to eat. So really, 24 hours turns into 5 hours or less to where you can actually do focus work. And as a as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, your time is super essential. So 4 to 5 hours is just not going to cut it, because a lot of people, you usually spend 12 hours a day working on your agency. And the problem with this is you think you have to put everything on your back. I thought I did. My brother thought he did. We both thought, yo, we can carry this thing all the way, get successful, make a lot of money, and be location free, time free, and financially free. The problem is that just it doesn't work because it's not sustainable. Like, you just can't do it. So you really need to stop overloading yourself. And I put this on my Twitter a little while ago, saying a one-man team is a one-way ticket to failure. Show me anybody in the space that did everything themselves and is still successful. Like, yes, I understand there are some people, just so I don't shoot myself in the foot, there are some people that started everything by themselves. But the problem is it's not sustainable. At some point down the line, they got a team. They have a team. They rely on their team and other people to fulfill certain things that they just don't have time for. As a business owner, they have to focus on other aspects of the business. So the first way that you can basically get your time back, step away from that, stop overloading yourself, and scale your agency to the next level is by outsourcing your lead generation. If you're a marketing agency, you need to get a trained appointment setter. What that's going to do is it's going to, like, this freed up so much of our time. It's going to free up so much of your time because they're in charge of the initial outreach. They're in charge of qualifying leads and setting up appointments for you. You just supply them with the audience. And they basically go on autopilot. They're trained. They know what they're doing. They go through specific training. And this takes you away from spending all that time, scouring the internet for potential clients. If you're cold calling, you're literally cold calling all day. You're cold calling hundreds of people every single day, thousands of people a week, just to get maybe a couple of responses and close a couple clients. If you have the heart for that, then bless you, because I don't. I like the first person, I could care less. You don't have to scrape email lists. You basically don't have to do cold anything. It takes you out of that process. And that gives you so much time. And just for example, like for us, here, let me move myself out the way. We were stuck in this constant loop, like constantly scraping and sourcing leads, creating a perfect message. This honestly took an interesting amount of time. Then sending hundreds of DMs, thousands of DMs, getting responses, booking sales calls, closing deals. The second we stopped, the entire process stopped with it. And we were putting in 30 hours a week just into this endless vicious cycle, making us work in our business, not on our business. Because remember, you want to be an entrepreneur, and you probably started your marketing agency because you want to work on your business. You want to own your business. You don't want your business to own you. That's terrible. Like, you might as well stop your business. And we were pushing a low ticket offer. This is what our calendar looked like. Like in December, we had nothing to show. And even when we did, it was like five meetings. That's so sad to look at. God. It was 5 meetings in a single month after all of that hard work. No one wants, like, you don't want to do this. We were able to switch to this because we were leveraging appointment setters for ourselves. Somebody who's trained, built ourselves a team, and got our time back. We got our time back. Like, we weren't spending 30 hours. We spent an hour and 30 minutes at work a week. We doubled our price, and we were able to work on our business and focus on scaling. Because once you have that mental clarity, you're no longer stuck like worrying like, yo, how am I going to get the next meeting? Because you can think. Your mental RAM is clear. And we were able to book 5 meetings in one day, 19 meetings a week. Meetings 1, 2, 3, 4 after the other, telling people like, yo, we can book you the next week. So that's super important when it comes to like freeing up your time. Get an appointment setter. It's going to take away all of these issues. You're not going to do cold anything. You can focus on your business. You can focus on scaling and just give the work to a trained professional. The second way is volume and consistency. People think in this market, and I've seen a lot of people, and you might think it too, that sending 20 to 40 messages a day is good enough. I've seen people tell it to other people. And I literally sit there and think like, how does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. You should be sending 300 messages a day. 150 messages per appointment setter with 300 messages a day. Like, no one is going to know you if you're sending 20 to 40 messages a day and you think that that's work. If you think that that's work, then entrepreneurship really isn't for you. Like, you might as well stop your agency. This, like, you can start with this for maybe the first 3 days. But after a certain point in time, you're going to realize like, yo, this is not getting me anything, because no one is even seeing your message. 20 to 40 people, that's what it takes to even get one response. And if your offer is amazing, then great, you'll get 2 responses, 3 responses. That's still nothing, because out of those 3 responses, maybe one of them is interested. And that what? How are you going to leverage that to get on a sales call? You better have 100% closing rate. But there's no room for luck. With 300 messages every single day, you're forcing your message in front of people's faces, and you're flooding the market every single day. Consistency. Because you don't want to just do it for one day and then just drop. No, that's not going to get anybody results. You want to be seen as the leader in your industry. Let people know that you know what you know, and make it seem like you're the only person in the market that knows that or has that angle, by flooding the market with your message. If you want people to buy your product, then they need to be aware of it. And to be aware of it, you have to flood the market with your message. You have to drown these people in your message. Like, there's no other way. Because if they don't see it, they're just going to go to the next person that is doing that volume, and you're going to get drowned out in the noise of the market, because you're not pushing through. No one can see you because you're just a needle in a haystack. You don't want to do that. So, and the third way is be where no one is looking. So you can have an appointment setter. You should have an appointment setter. You should be sending volume every day. But if you're doing all that into places where the market is, like, if you're doing that and you do it through cold emails, you're going to get results. But it's just, people are so numb to emails that you have to be very, very, very specific and very good. I'm so sorry for the background noise, but you have to be very good. So you want to be where no one is looking. Hunt where people invest. And this is where we get into paid and free audiences. So what that is groups of people where people are invested into the message that's being pushed out. So if you're, let's say if you're targeting real estate agents or real estate companies, instead of looking and sending cold emails, look where they're invested. They might have joined groups where they're paying for, groups to be in a group to where they're getting constant information on the market. Great. Bam. That is where you can leverage an audience or free audiences, people in real estate that are in free groups but still want information. This mitigates cold prospects because they're not hearing your message for the first time. They're already invested into what you're talking about. They've either paid money or have invested their time in a free group to get information about real estate. And there you come in, leveraging these audiences. So the market is warm to your message, and you just tell them, yo, I do this. I can do this for you. I'm really, really good at it. And basically you spam them. Become the expert in that audience. Offer irresistible value. And I go into this in another video. And basically watch the meetings flood in. If you have volume, if you have consistency, and your appointment setters are pushing out those messages and leveraging these groups, there's no reason that you shouldn't be closing clients in 2023. Like, no reason at all. And I forgot I put this here, but if you want your message to be, this is why I said cold emails. If you want your message to be drowned out in thousands of cold emails, then stop watching this video, erase it from your mind. You never saw me. Because it's doable. Don't get me wrong, it's doable. There are people doing it, but it's super, super hard. You have to be really good at what you're doing. And you have to have experience to have people open your cold email and you have something to show. And you're giving them so much value. You compare emails with this entire sequence and get even more results, but this alone, I wouldn't suggest starting in that way. You're only as good as the leverages you have. In the market, you want to have more leverage, and the more leverage that you have, the more you stand out, the more authority that you build, the more clients that you close. The better of an agency you have. You're an entrepreneur, you're a great business owner, everybody trusts you, you're making more money, and you're climbing your way to get that financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. Because that's what we want, right? So we can invest in other things. So by utilizing these 3 steps, there's no reason. Get trained skills through appointment setters, train appointment setters, and get your time back, because nobody wants to be a slave to their business. That's the last thing that I signed up for when I quit my 9-to-5 with my brother. We didn't want to be slaves. That's why we left. So why would you be doing everything yourself? You left your 9-to-5 to get into another 9-to-5? No. Get your time back, leverage these 3 steps, and scale your agency and see results, tangible results, not dream results, not the dream outcome, but tangible results that you'll see after consistency with this method. So I didn't want to make this video too long. I know I'm probably rambling a bunch, but take this, use it. And again, even if you want a trained setter, we do that. I'd love to hop on a call with you. My brother would love to hop on a call with you or somebody on our team and guide you through how to do this for your own business, give you some value, and then go from there. So if you got anything out of this video, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think so we can see. And basically, have a good day.